This week on Losers of Initiative.
You have sense duties.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you got to go to the bathroom. You better go now.
Just
go.
Dude, you've been holding that a while. I
It's
can
unhealthy.
sense that it is close.
It is unhealthy for you to hold that in.
Sense in the duties. All right, Akhtar. So you've told Coog and Nulk that you're going on a quest to find the painted men and the children and find out why they stole the children. Because apparently, as Turk told you in his dying words, this is not. I mean, you've known about the painted men, and they're not normally like this. This is unusual.
Right.
Yeah, did we... Actually, I did have a question. Does that spike any kind of knowledge, like, of our people? Or I guess Cole, too.
I was
like,
going to
with his
say
character.
myself, like, is there history,
Like,
carvings?
do we even know of
No,
who they are, where they came from?
They're basically just another tribe of
that these guys knew of.
Homo sapiens. They're just another tribe of people that live basically on the edge of the mountains.
Right.
And this tribe knew of that tribe?
Correct.
Or at least this tribe's shaman knew of that tribe.
That's what I mean, yeah. Is it knowledge
Right.
to, like...
Well, there isn't a lot of contact. There is minimal contact.
Oh, okay.
But not,
Kind of a mutual agreement of, like, that's your land, this is our land.
Right.
Which is why
this
it was
where
so
we hunt.
weird
That's where you
that
hunt.
Right, and they don't impose, and... Okay.
Right. In times of need or
But these people didn't just,
desperate
like-
times, there may be some trading or
Right. But these people didn't just, like, come out of nowhere.
Right,
Okay,
exactly.
that's what I was just wondering. Okay.
Right, and when Akhtar tells you that this is unusual behavior and aggressive, that kind of makes you guys think maybe this is the evil.
Yeah, and he doesn't know about us yet, so...
Right.
Not gonna go asking any weird
Never
questions.
will.
Ha ha ha! Punk.
So you...
Or if he
think.
does ever discover, I'll never get to tell
We'll
anybody.
just kill him.
Yep.
Wow!
Do you feel safe now, punk?
Don't.
Going
Not
into
at
the
all.
woods? Going into the woods with just us?
Don't have my shaman. Don't have
Well,
my...
you do have your shaman, because it's
I
you.
am the shaman.
Yeah.
You got your big shaman stick now?
Oh. No, I don't think I have it. But
I thought that was
I
kind
wish
of
I
a...
That's kind of
passed
inherited.
down.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So what is it, like, not chipmunk anymore?
No, it's
Right, so
at
as
least
far as stats
it's a
go, it's the
mammoth.
same.
Right,
but
but
it just
I
looks
want-
more
yeah,
imposing.
Absolutely. It's got, like, something on it.
saber-toothed tiger head.
Ooh, I like
okay.
that, yeah.
Well, it's got like carvings all down the wood and
Just not a chipmunk.
yeah.
right, not a chipmunk.
Right, something more
Like
menacing.
one of those black squirrels, the bigger squirrels.
Like a mammoth. Mammoth
Hoping for
skull
more
on
than a
it.
squirrel, but I'll take the nut-bearing wildlife, I suppose.
Might as well.
That's at least something's nut bearing.
All right.
Woo!
Onward!
All right, so obviously, it's important to get there soon, but with your injuries and your healing that has to occur, you're going to rest for the night.
Yeah. How long does that take to heal?
Fully heal? Days.
Or
Even
gonna
with
go for
my
days.
dope
Even-
healing?
Absolutely.
Your dope healing?
Yeah, I healed myself, bro.
The technology level is, archaic.
Right.
There is no medicine other than, some plants rubbing into a wound, which doesn't really do a whole lot realistically, medically. So what's going to happen is we're going to go ahead and roll a treatment roll. Like the first rolls that we did was to see if you could gather the herbs, apply them correctly, make the bandages, so everybody's stable. But what we're going to do now is we're going to roll an herbalism roll for probably Akhtar, who's got the highest skill. And that's going to be his role to sort of treat your wounds. And we'll see how successful and how many wounds we're able to recover in the morning. So you sleep, you rest, you feel sore when you wake up, but Akhtar attends your wounds, and let's see.
Me first.
Right, so
I'm probably gonna do
so
Coog first.
how many separate sets of wounds does Coog have?
2.
So you're going to make one roll, and if you succeed your skill by 2 or more, you have successfully treated all of his wounds.
That skill being 13.
So 11 or more.
Yes.
No, actually,
14.
13 is a skill. 13 was successfully treat 1. and then 12 would successfully treat 2. So I guess,
Gotcha. Yeah, I see
you
what
know,
you're saying.
if he succeeds his roll, he does 1. And then for every additional point he succeeds it by
Is
is another one. So
well, what if he rolls a 14 and fails it by 1? Do I gain a new wound?
no,
He just sucks at healing.
if it was not a critical failure, then no, you don't take any more damage. You just don't get any back.
Oh man, I was hoping he'd do like some bloodletting or something. Like we just need to bleed out the wound.
I don't even want to make the check on you. You heal yourself.
So Cole, is that what happened? You actually failed your roll?
Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled a 14.
Coog.
Yeah.
So yeah, Coog, your wounds are still exactly where they were at.
Okay.
Now, if you do a full day of rest, if you basically postpone this tracking adventure until tomorrow,
Yeah.
all of your wounds would heal 1 point.
Yeah, not going to happen. All right.
Okay.
I'm going to try my other compadre here.
Nope.
Nope. That's going to be 9, 10, 11. So making it by 3, essentially.
Cool. I only had 1 wound, so
All right, so your wound is successfully treated. So we're going to give him D3 wounds back. So roll a D6.
D3 wounds.
So 3.
Oh, of
So
course.
how much damage was your wound?
6.
So now it's 3. So you got three of your hit points back from that wound.
Thanks, Actar.
How often can you do that?
That's it, once.
Once. I've heard.
Nate, do you have herbalism?
Nope, herbalism can be only done once.
Oh, gotcha. It's not per person.
Right, per set of wounds. Like
This game sucks. No,
Actar,
carry on. I don't care. I don't care. This game
tended to
sucks.
your wounds.
I don't
Cure light, cure light. Okay, now you move on to cure light.
Stupid. Everything about this game is stupid. Carry on.
All right, and are you wounded at all, Actor?
Yeah, I actually am.
We can't do it to yourself. You already did herbalism once.
That's,
I don't care. I don't
Not
care. This
on
game's
himself.
stupid. This is
come
stupid. This is
on
stupid.
now.
So how many wounds do you have? Just one?
Just 1, yeah. Right in the old vital organ.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah. That's 8.
Made it by a mile.
Well, I'm
All
glad
right,
you got your crap roll out
so
on me.
How many health points do you get back? 2. 2. And your wound was for how many?
3.
So you only have a 1 point wound but it's in your vitals, and a vital wound actually reduces your fatigue. So we haven't really got into that. After that combat, everybody took 1 fatigue more, but hold on, don't write anything down yet. 1 fatigue more than their encumbrance level. Now, all of you are unencumbered, which is a 0. So everybody took 1 fatigue,
But then rested.
but you get 1 fatigue back for 15 minutes of complete rest. If you slept for 6 to 8 hours, you got all your fatigue back. So there you go. But had you given chase after him and all that stuff, if that continued, then fatigue would build up. You can also use fatigue to do what's called extra effort, which in GURPS 4th edition kind of details that a lot more. But in 3rd edition, extra effort is usually just used for feats of strength. Like when you were Coog, when you were trying to climb the wall and failed, you can be like, I'm going to put extra effort in and try again. And it allows you basically to make an extra roll on something that you failed, or if you do it before you roll, it can give you a bonus depending on what the action is to succeed.
Gotcha.
But it costs fatigue.
Gotcha.
And then, sorry, how often can we heal?
Once a day.
Once a day. Okay.
What do you mean? Roll
with
roll your herbalism?
Yeah.
No, once per wound.
Oh, okay.
So your wound has been treated, it cannot be treated again.
Gotcha.
Oh, well, he only rolled on 1 of my wounds. And I have 2.
He rolled on both.
You roll on the person, and then how much he
okay.
succeeds it by is how many wounds he can successfully
okay.
treat.
So, okay, gotcha.
If he fails his roll, he treats you, and you get nothing back.
Gotcha.
Okay?
And I can try again the next day.
Nope.
Or is it no? Okay.
No,
One-
yeah,
wounds.
that's what I was
Okay.
asking.
One try per wound.
Forever.
Or per person set of wounds per battle, basically. It's how that boils down.
Gotcha.
So the only way he can gain HP back, just
Is now rest.
simplest, is rest. Okay.
Yep.
Now, okay, so you said per battle. So if he gets more wounds...
If he gets new wounds, then he can apply herbalism, but it will only apply to the new wounds.
Okay, you can't over-heal that one wound
Nope.
and
That's
affect the
why,
other ones.
Nope. That's why you
Okay.
keep track of where you got hit, how much for damage for each separate wound. Each hit is a separate
Gotcha.
log.
So those
basically,
So then
herbalist
really you
checks
should
are
do
pretty
battle
important.
1 or something for
Yeah, I'll
these.
just put X's on these
because they've already been.
because you can't heal them. Okay.
All right.
Roger Dodger.
So
This
morning
game
comes.
sucks.
Yeah, this game's terrible.
said that?
for
He's
healing.
what? Yeah, it is.
Well, because
It's
you're in the
realistic.
Stone
Yeah.
Age.
know
Yeah,
that
it's
there was
realistic.
so much umph on those heal checks.
Yeah.
If I'd have known, I would have
You
Fudge.
roll-
Give it
you
a little
roll-
extra, you know, a little something.
I rolled
Then a few extra
yeah,
shakes. in
Yeah,
there.
exactly. Would have blown on it or something. Jeez.
All right. What is your skill with herbalism? 13?
13.
That's not bad. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's above average.
Mine's 10.
Cougs, what's your herbalism?
It says here 42, but I don't know if that's a legitimate stat. I just wrote it in pencil, so
It's
you can't,
that's written in crayon.
you
Wait a
can't
minute.
take it back. So
All right.
Oh, that says 4 plus 2, so 6.
Yeah.
So we are going to go do some tracking. Now, it was a large group that was not attempting to cover their tracks, and it was less than 24 hours ago. So that is a bonus of 3 to your tracking attempt.
Okay.
And I'm guessing Nulk has the best tracking skill.
mine's an 11.
12.
See, mine's only 9 plus 3. That's 12. No, I'm kidding. It's 15 with the plus 3.
Yeah, yours is 12.
So you
Yeah.
can't fail. Unless it's a crit fail.
1, 2, 3. So 6.
Oh, you rolled a 6 and you needed a 15.
Dang it,
So,
yeah.
almost. But yeah, you don't have any problem at all finding the tracks. There they are. You should be pretty easy.
We do have some heifer kids in our clan, so it weighed them down. Their feet like sunk in.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the people they took wasn't a kid. It was just like a a young man who was like, he was full grown.
He had that
He had a-
childlike wonder.
He had a young look to his face. All right, so yeah, you guys start tracking. Now, obviously, you can tell that they were moving swiftly. They were in a hurry. Now, I'm assuming you're tracking the group that had the children.
Yeah.
So they were moving swiftly, and you're guessing that they are going to be moving faster than you're tracking, unless you want to hustle up and get penalties to your tracking check. But you'd still get the bonuses, so
No.
no.
Slow
Just
and steady.
Slow and steady. Slow but sure. All
And
right.
we're following you, obviously.
Yeah.
All right. So, Aktar, you know that if these tracks, which are heading in the direction of the Painted Men's village,
Right.
so if you go at the current rate you're going and you have to go all the way to their village, it's going to take you 2 days
Oh,
to get there.
maybe not slow and steady.
I'm going to vocalize that. At pace, 2 days. Too slow.
You lead.
Noke dumb.
You lead, sir.
Noke very dumb. Noke
I
very dumb.
I just stop instantly. I'm like,
Well, Aktar,
Gesture.
you do know that Nulk is the best tracker in the tribe.
Right.
he's just trying to be a dick.
I am. But I do want to voice that it will take 2 days, and we are after children here. So who knows what could be.
My guess, that mountain range. Do you concur?
There's the big
For-
words
for
that
what?
Yeah, a little
Ovak
slip.
would know.
A little
Right.
slip.
Ovak would know, but they would.
Concur?
Agree?
Yes.
Lead then.
If you know
So
where the
he's
village...
going to tell me the waypoint, basically, so I can pick up the pace. Is that what you're getting
Right.
at?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you know where the village is.
I was going to say, if you know where the
and,
village is...
and you're kind of heading that way, so you
Right.
basically are like, should we track him or should we just go to the village? That
Okay, I see. I'm going to make that more clear. Because I did
Well,
not. I
let's
was
hear
not.
this
Yes,
out.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, I saw where they were going. They were going towards the mountain range.
So I'm just going to kind of question, like, village?
Yes.
So then,
I need Nulk to make an IQ roll.
Because, yeah, I'm like, I don't know this
Because
village.
Nulk would, but Ovak wouldn't.
Ovak,
Let's
okay.
see if Ovak can.
God, no.
not
Okay.
even close.
Yep.
15, you got
So
there.
yeah, when Aktar says, they're going to the village?" You're like,
Can I bluff?
You're trying to think. I don't know what village you're talking about.
Yeah.
I just point to the mountain range. There.
And it happens to be the same way as the village, so I'm going to say yes. And I want to kind of take over and quicken the pace
And then I'm going to move faster than him.
slightly.
I'm
like
gonna
two-
So-
spin backwards and start running backwards.
It's like two moms
You-
power walking
I'm gonna
at a faster pace than another.
And Koog's like,
Just following.
Is this the right way?
Yes.
And then I veer to the left. This way?
I mean, you could still make tracking checks on our way, too, just
I
at a penalty.
will. I'm just being a dick to him.
Yes. Yes.
all right.
yes.
So you are going to pick up the pace.
Yeah.
So I want to go ahead and roll another tracking check at your base skill.
Base skill is 12, and I got a 7.
Okay. So yeah, even picking up the pace, the tracks are easy to find. Like I said, it was a pretty large group of people not attempting to hide their tracks, only about a day behind now.
They took Tug Tug, fat child.
That's right.
Tug Tug.
I actually have all the names of the people.
Of the children? What's the fattest children you got on there?
Fattest name.
Probably Brog.
Brog. Brog is a very fat child.
Brog sounds like a big guy.
Yeah.
This Brog captor.
Is that the short man?
Bach and Brog are the two biggest.
You see the tracks go for a little while at a pretty fast pace, and then it stops.
Lagra was one of the female children. She sounds like she's pretty.
A logger.
And then we just find their 3 bodies
Yeah.
in the path, and we're like, well,
Yeah.
now they're going to be significantly harder.
They're just walking back. They let us go.
They were so winded and tired. All right.
All right, so this is going to be so now it's only about a day's travel, maybe a day and a half. So normally it's an automatic hit point back to each wound for a full day of rest. You guys are kind of hoofing it hard, so that's not even remotely a rest thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow you to make a health roll to see if you get a hit point back. However, your health roll is going to be at a penalty of your most severe wound.
1.
Why am I playing this game again? Remind me.
Oh,
12. I didn't make it.
9.
So you needed a 9 and you rolled a 9. Okay, so you get a hit point back from all of your wounds. So your health.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So Akhtar's health is 12 and you have a 1 hit point wound. So 11 or less.
Rolls a 5.
So you
That's a
get
5.
and you only have a 1 hit point wound. So your vitals wound is gone. You're better.
I love it.
Guys.
How are you doing, Greg?
I have a 13 health and a wound of 4, so I needed a 9 or less, which is a little bit low. I rolled a 12, so
That's pretty
Close.
I'm just as beat up as I was
Yep.
this morning.
Yeah, Grug's injuries were apparently really bad
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
not only
Severe.
couldn't you herbalism fix him, he can't even. He's still like maybe even just not enough bleeding to like cause bleeding damage, but your wound is bleeding just ever so slightly still. You're like,
Gotcha.
God dang it.
No,
I'm like, Grug think this game suck.
now with our like tracking and stuff, I'm anticipating to see like a camp set up because I mean it was like 2 days travel, right?
Yeah,
Right.
day and a half. Yeah.
So I mean I'm I'm mainly focusing my tracking on them like grass laid down, kind of resting type of thing. Like I'm not necessarily
They did not rest.
Okay.
but
So we
that's-
don't see a camp in our
Yeah,
travel.
I was
Okay.
gonna say.
That's where my tracking, like I'm not focusing so much on the footprints and stuff like that. I'm like, we're kind of going in the general direction of where I saw them, where I'm thinking they're going to go. I'm just going to start focusing on looking for big campsites.
Okay. Well, as you are basically approaching the mountains, you see that they are actually cliffs. The mountains just sort of jut up out of the very gently rolling plains. They just sort of boom. It's the cliffs of insanity. But it's cliffs. And as you're approaching, you're looking at the cliffs and you see like a gigantic waterfall pouring down, and it's leading to a river that obviously will run to the lake, which is several miles kind of behind and to your, to the side. So you've got a couple options. Akhtar, you know that their camp is basically at the base of the cliffs at the waterfall. And that's probably about an hour away. So if there's any sort of preemptory or, things you want to do, Akhtar kind of makes it known to the group.
Right.
I want to rest for 7 days to heal my wounds.
Gonna camp here for a week.
Yeah.
I will make it known more. To like camp at waterfall.
Should we scout, probably? Do you just want to go ahead and scout?
Yeah,
You're the
I'll
biggest-
just go
They're
scout.
the biggest stealth rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and scout
Yeah, why
her
don't you
out.
scout?
Yeah,
Why
that's
don't we
probably a
wait
good
here
idea.
and you scout ahead? An hour. That's
It's
what
great.
time of day is it now?
That's noon.
Oh wow, we moved really fast.
Well, a day and a half.
Oh, this is the next day.
No scout.
You rest, me scout.
Yes.
Grug, take breather. I mean,
Who's Grug?
Grug, nothing. Coog, take breather.
God damn it.
Guys, draw your weapons.
Roll
Kill
for
him.
So,
initiative.
what's your basic speed?
So yeah, I'm gonna venture off towards the waterfall.
Okay. So you're moving stealthily forward, and go ahead and roll a stealth roll. Make yourself happy.
3.
You rolled 3. 1, 1, 1.
1, 1, 1.
He did.
And your stealth is 13. Well, it doesn't matter because a 3 is a critical success.
Huzzah!
So I know there's no magic in this world, but Nulk is invisible.
Okay.
Yeah, you are, as quiet as a breeze, and as,
I flow with the wind.
as light as a feather, as quiet as the breeze. You move through and as you're getting closer to the cliff face, the forest is getting a little bit more concentrated.
Okay.
Undergrowth is a little bit more as well. And as you approach, you actually see the river. The waterfall. The river is about 20 feet wide,
Okay.
and it's very fast moving. Okay.
Okay.
You can't really tell how deep it is, but the current you can tell is super fast. So crossing it would be a hazard. And so, but you follow it because he said it's at the base of the waterfall, and the river's coming from the waterfall. So you kind of super stealth along the riverbank, staying in the bushes and hiding as you go.
Yeah, I'm using the water as the sound to kind of block any of mine as I kind of snake
Yeah,
through
you
the
rolled
grass.
a 3. You're not gonna. Don't worry.
Yeah.
All right. So as you approach, you do see a village. It's a very small village. It's basically like I think your hill dugout village is, there's like 3 common rooms and then like the meat storage room and all that stuff. It's like that, but it's not dug in a hill. It's thatch huts
Yeah, it's structures.
that are up. Correct. And they're very crude. I mean, you're looking at them with Ovac's eyes and you're like,
Are they equivalent to like the Boot Hill huts we saw outside of the mine?
no, worse, way worse than that.
Worse than that? Oh, okay. I just remember we saw those outside of Boot Hill. But anyways, carry on.
Yeah, they're thatch,
That doesn't count against my rest. I'm still resting. Carry on.
like thick sticks. That's what these houses are made of, basically, these huts. And you see that there's 4 of them, and they're kind of in a half circle, facing, in sort of a horseshoe half circle kind of thing, with their entrances all facing inwards toward each other, and the opening of the half circle is the river.
Okay.
And in the middle of them, of the huts, in the area in the center of the huts, is a big fire pit. Okay.
Gotcha.
And and that's what you see through the trees and cross. It is actually across the river.
Okay.
And now on the cliff itself, there's the waterfall falling down, but it looks like the waterfall has kind of cut a little bit deep into the cliff, so it's not like coming straight down the face of the cliff. It's kind of sunken in, I guess, a little bit.
Yeah.
And crossing, there's a ledge on the cliff that's about 40 feet up. And crossing across the waterfall gap on that ledge, about 40 feet up, is a bridge, a wooden bridge that's been constructed. Also, you're pretty far away, but you can tell that it's pretty crude too.
Now, do I see like a path through on the cliffs themselves? Is it like
You
an
do.
outside path, or is it like a tunnel?
Nope, there's an outside, very steep, windy zigzag, because it's so steep, zigzag path leading up to the ledge, from the ground up to the ledge, 40 feet up,
Okay.
on the opposite side of the river still. And then you see the ledge on either side of the bridge, because the bridge crosses where the waterfall, kind of in front of the waterfall, not behind it, not in it, but in front of it, because the waterfall is sunken back a little bit.
Yeah.
On the ledge on either side of the bridge, on your side of the river, where there's no way up, because it's a 40-foot smooth, sheer cliff, there's sort of the bridge goes to like a landing, and you can see that it goes back. There's room up there. It's not just a ledge. It's kind of a
cave entrance.
yeah, possibly a cave entrance, kind of sunk back too.
Okay.
On the other side, where the zigzag path goes all the way up to 40 feet to that ledge, There's also a sunken back area, a little bit smaller. It almost looks like it's sort of a path into the cliff.
Gotcha.
Because it kind of goes back, and it's obviously got sort of a covering. It's almost like it's a gigantic cave entrance, if you get me there.
Yeah.
But it's also kind of sunken back a little bit. So you basically you've got to cross this river or find a way to climb a sheer cliff that's 40 feet.
Now, the amount of men that came to attack
Okay.
these houses wouldn't fit. Like, they wouldn't all fit in those houses.
Correct.
Okay. So this is just kind of their outer post, and they have more structures deeper within.
You right on the nose. That's got to be it. Especially with your dwarven knowledge, Ovak. That doesn't seem strange to you at all.
No, I mean, yeah. So, do I see anyone?
You're kind of far away. Moving a little bit closer to get a better vantage of the whole thing. You do see that there are about 5 or 6 of the painted men, still painted, still look the same, walking around in that sort of half circle of huts. But you don't see any activity up on the ledge, the bridge, any of that.
Okay, I'm gonna make my way back to the group then.
Okay. And the waterfall was very loud too, because it's, like I said, it's a very tall. 40 foot was the ledge, but the top of the waterfall is probably 200 feet up. Okay.
Okay, because just me like ocular patting down the situation. They have to have some type of warning system. If there's only like 5 or 6 people there, they have to have something that I'm not seeing to warn the rest of the group.
Maybe you didn't at your tribe.
Yeah, it's pretty old school.
Large yell.
But I mean, they're not going to yell because the waterfall's going to drown
Correct.
them out. So they have to have something.
Yeah, like a horn or something.
Yeah. So I'm going to make my way back and tell the group what I saw.
So,
that's at least 2 hours of rest, correct?
which is nothing.
You said per 15 minutes of rest.
That's a fatigue, not wound.
Bah, balls!
It's a full day, Greg.
This game.
It's pretty
Love
hard.
you.
It's pretty hardcore.
What you think we do?
Coug attack?
Any other entrance?
None that I could see.
See footprints go to river?
Yes.
They cross?
Yes.
We cross?
We can.
Milk Sea boat?
It will be rough waters, though.
Boat? Milk Sea boat?
No.
They cross carry children?
They strong.
No boat.
What I see.
River deep?
You blind?
Maybe they walk on water.
Jesus?
Yes.
This is 40,000 years before that, pal.
We swim.
Oof.
We no swim. You see bridge?
I did not. But I had to maintain my stealth.
Maintain. Ooh.
He didn't even catch it.
It's just a commonplace word to
Yeah.
my actual knowledge.
Climb cliff? Different cliff face, maybe?
Maybe you,
Onomatopoeia?
but not shaman.
Shaman hover above water.
You wish.
I know.
So the rivers.
Maybe do we need to check if it pools somewhere? I mean, they could not have crossed if it's as bad as you're
Right,
saying.
right.
and
Yeah.
he's
They
saying.
would have needed some way
to get over
Right,
there.
right.
But I didn't see anything.
And you
so-
saw the
But
footprints
no,
go in the water?
But the huts were very crude, and they were pretty big. Like I said, there was 4 of them, 5 of them around in that set, and they were pretty large size, the size of your rooms that you were living in, communal rooms kind of thing. So it's not out of the realm of possibility. If they have a way to get across the river, they keep it in one of those huts,
Yeah.
which doesn't help you because you're on the other side of the river. So
And we followed the footprints all the way back here, right?
yep.
we're not like didn't lose something somewhere to get to a
Is,
village that's not
No,
where
this
they
is, this,
go.
this
Okay.
is that he saw painted men. He
right. Yeah, that's true.
Is
The
there-
tracks led to it.
That's true.
Do I know of an animal that is highly sought after? That's like, if you had heard its call, people would come at a chance to kill it.
For food,
Yeah.
aurochs. An auroch is basically a gigantic Pleistocene cow.
Could I make a play at mimicking that sound?
Only if you have like animal mimicry.
Well, I do
Oh.
have animal mimicry.
Then yes, you can.
So I might get close enough, although with a waterfall.
Because anybody that hears an animal sound can attempt to copy it, okay? Even if you don't have the skill. Having the skill is your ability to sound exactly like that animal.
Okay.
So convincing that you fool not only other people, but other animals too.
yourself, you just think you're that animal actually after it's
I have
so good.
tanning, so can I tan myself to that animal
You can tan your skin into leather, make human leather.
and wear my own
Wear
skin?
your own skin.
I'm gonna
That
do that.
actually gives you a half.
Hello, Clarice.
Carry on. I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm still resting. This counts as rest. Carry on.
Talk slowly.
I can't move at all. My mouth must be still.
Well, I'm gonna have to make a play at that then. I see no other another way to get them across. I'm thinking that maybe they get this idea of like, this is gonna feed the village or the people or whatever. Like, we need to go get this.
What if you do
ox.
it so well that they cross and then you attract a male, because you're doing a female voice, obviously,
Obviously.
and they just chase after, they spend the whole day just chasing after it. They take whatever device they have.
Oh, they're gonna carry the boat with them to get
No,
this
they're
sacred
going to
animal.
cross the river and then
Uh-huh.
leave the boat and then
Right.
go track after
Well, that's
the
even
animal.
better.
What
Yeah.
if the male comes up and just starts
That's what
humping
I'm
you
saying.
because you
Oh,
do
yeah.
it so well?
Well, I wasn't going to.
Then,
I was
I
going to
mean-
say you were doing something right.
Oh,
That's a
I
new-
wasn't being
thank you.
dick.
That's a new change.
Yeah, I felt dickish vibes, so that's
Yeah.
weird.
Anyways, okay.
Anyways,
go do
yeah,
an
I'm
animal.
gonna go try this animal oxen
So
mimicry.
All right. And you're trying to get them to come out and start hunting this animal?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Hopefully they get the idea that it is across the river, and we're gonna go get this animal.
Okay. Now, I don't know if you understand how close this little hut village is to this ginormous 200-foot waterfall.
Waterfall. That's what I
You
was
making a
afraid of.
noise on
Yeah.
the other side of the river, the river's 20 feet wide. They're probably another 20 feet away from the bank of the river, and you're probably going to be 5 to 20 feet hiding on this side. So you're looking at like 60 to 80 feet away from them when there's a huge 200-foot waterfall.
next to like a jet engine or something.
Right.
And you're going to go, move! So loud that they can hear it, might throw off the authenticity of your animal noise.
Right.
Now, if any of you are like unwounded
Shut up, Brad. No, it's
Or-
a bad idea. We're doing something
or
else.
lightly wounded, with a decent strength, you can attempt to cross this river by swimming. Even if you don't have a good strength, you can attempt to cross it with a swimming penalty. If you have a good strength and are badly wounded, you can attempt to cross it with a swimming penalty. So you can try to swim it, but I just want you to know it's not going to be an easy task.
Let's make camp for 7 days.
Now, with my fluid dynamics knowledge,
Finally, a strength check.
could I start at higher up in the river and then pick a point 800 meters down and swim to that?
Where you're going to basically try and swim straight across with the intent of getting across, but way down the stream.
Yeah, because you can't swim
yes.
across.
Yes, you can try that. But you're worried because the current is so good that it would pull you under and tumble you down. It's not rapids, but the current is severe.
Gotcha.
Is there any other way to lure them out?
That's what I was trying to think of, but this
'Cause they-
noise variable is tough.
Yeah.
And
We don't have anything shiny
Well, what
to
if-
reflect the sun off
When,
of.
oh, Jesus. I don't even want to. Why don't you go out there with your bow?
shoot one of them, wave at them, and then run off so they chase you, and then
Yeah.
these other two go in.
Get 'em
that's
to-
not a bad idea. I
They're not going to
suppose.
fall for that.
Yeah.
They're gonna
Will they
literally-
follow? Will they make chases? The
Right.
question.
They're not dumb.
They're grug intelligence
What's
here.
your
This is
what's
a grug world.
what is your intelligence score?
Lower than grug?
They're Neanderthals, right? I mean,
Correct. They're
They
like,
paint themselves.
it's common knowledge enough for Akhtar to know this, that they are basically Neanderthals and you are Homo sapiens. You're kind of existing at the fall of their race and the rise of Homo sapiens.
You
But
can see the future.
they are less intelligent and more strong.
Yeah. Right. So, like, if you go out there and just shoot at them, or even just wave and see if they'll be like, ooga, ooga, booga, and then just come across the
Right.
river to attack you.
They
Maybe
understand
we could moon 'em.
distractions and flanking. Like, I'm pretty sure.
Wait, do they though, or are we chasing some evil
Or
controlling
was
them?
somebody telling them the plan?
Yes.
But I mean, like, who's to say that voice controlling them isn't going to be like,
Don't
"Nah,
go there."
You guys
Yeah.
should totally
Oh.
go after him.
Well, let's do your idea then, Nate. What is that again?
Yeah. What's your idea, Nate?
Nate swims across.
Fluid dynamics.
4v1.
Have Nulk swim across, find out whatever means they use to get across while stealthing, and then try and do it so that he can get that means to cross over to you guys, so then you can cross as well. All while stealthing.
That's not what Nate said.
So yeah, that is
Oh, that's kind of what he implied.
a lot of implications.
A lot of implications, Nate. Sure, do that then.
Yeah,
Let's
I
just
mean,
get
if-
across this freaking river.
Well, I mean, Mr. Strongman, why don't you just swim across?
because I'm
He's got
injured
those
and the
injuries.
game is
Exactly.
garbage.
Well, you
Yeah.
know, maybe you shouldn't have got hit. He said double defense. Key. What'd you do? Attack, attack. Yeah.
I took 2 dudes out in that single round.
You did, but you also basically took yourself out.
Who killed our chief, Cole? Who killed our chief?
I'm sorry, he's still alive.
Who was the first to leave that fight?
Half a face. He's 2-face now.
Yeah, you ran.
didn't-
You could have helped.
I thought you could handle
Where's your
yourself.
sense of duty?
You know what? This is stoppage time.
I'm gonna go save the. I'm gonna go
saying
save the children.
Hey, quit saying duty. You know I laugh at that word. All right.
Dude.
He
Yeah.
has a sense of duty.
Yeah. Yeah.
A sensitive duty.
You know how many duties I had? A lot, all right? It was a big duty.
One-
You were dutying all over the
Yeah.
One
place.
for
Duty.
every member of the tribe.
Yeah, exactly. That's a lot of duties.
Yeah. Duty in here, duty in there.
Think
You
I-
didn't duty with my wife, did you?
But it's just a sense of duty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He has duty sense.
Is that a skill?
Oh, yeah.
No, it's an advantage. Or no, a
It's
disadvantage.
a disadvantage.
Sorry.
You constantly have to yourself. That's your
Well, no,
disadvantage.
you just know when people are. You have sense duties.
Yeah.
yeah, just
Oh,
sense-
dude, you got to go to the bathroom. You better go now.
Just go.
Dude, you've been holding that a while. Like, it's
unhealthy.
I can sense that it is close.
It's
Yeah.
unhealthy for you to hold that in it.
Sense in the duties.
All right, so unless we want 4 episodes of trying to cross a fucking river,
Let's go.
Nate, make your rolls.
All right,
Damn it.
so Nulk, you're gonna try and cross the river, and then immediately try and be stealthy whilst doing it as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna have like mud thatch on top of me. And
Arnold Schwarzenegger out of Predator.
Yeah.
As soon as
Yeah.
you cross it, you just roll in the mud on the bank, and then. All
Get to
right,
the
so-
chopper.
So,
Nokanada.
what is your strength? Every point of strength below 13 is a 1 penalty to your swimming check.
Okay, so -2 then.
And your swimming is without the -2.
12.
So you need a 10.
10 or less. Negative. That's a 13.
So 13, so you failed it by 3. All right, so you have to make a health roll at a 3 penalty.
4.
You rolled a 4. That is a critical success.
1-1 kill.
All right.
Brad's upset.
Yeah, he
Well,
is a little.
I'm just surprised that he rolled a 3 for his stealth, 1-1-1, and then he rolled a 1-1-2 for his.
My next stealth
So
roll
he's
will be
he-
1-1-3.
he's having a hard time swimming, and it pulls him under several times, but he suffers no ill effects from it, and he seems. He's been underwater for quite a while, and you're underwater getting kind of like bounced around and spinning and tumbling through the current. But then you pop up and grab a breath and then get pulled under again. And
It's those dwarven lungs.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, because dwarves are great swimmers.
a lot of the water time.
So
Well, they hold their breath while they're underground.
while they're underground. and while dwarves are underground, they're holding their breath. So they don't breathe.
So they have
never.
perfect
Yeah.
lungs.
All right, so you actually do make it across a little further down than you had planned, quite a bit. You're probably, a quarter of a mile downstream from where you crossed.
Okay.
So you get up out of you're beaten and tumbled and short on breath, but you're fine. You didn't take any actual damage.
Okay, my fatigue, is that...
No, that was what the health roll was for. So
okay, sweet. Because I was going to say, I'm just going to lay on the beach for
Well,
15 minutes.
You probably do because it was kind of traumatic. Not being a big, huge fan of the water, and
Yeah.
you were being tumbled around and severe current underwater the whole time. So,
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take a quick 15-minute break.
okay.
Me too.
Is that another hit point?
Is that another hit point?
All right. So, and yeah, Akhtar and Koog, you're looking for him coming up, and you kind of see him split, and he looks like he's in trouble as he gets sucked under again.
But I'm not gonna get up and stand up and be too worried about it. I'm gonna rest while this kind of occurs.
Yeah, I mean, we've only jumped a couple times through alternate worlds and stuff. You don't care about me.
I do, but I'm resting.
Not enough.
I don't want to be too concerned while I rest.
Just lay back and sip your lemonade or
Pina
something.
colada.
Capital R. Rest.
Rest. I'm gonna string together a full days of rest.
I'm going to let fate have its will.
Okay, so I want Akhtar. I imagine you're probably, because of your sense of duty to the tribe, and he is a tribe member, you're probably going to follow along where you think he is, along as going downstream, watching for him to pop up or something.
Yeah,
Okay?
I guess.
if I have to.
Go ahead and make an IQ roll.
10.
Okay. So you actually you're looking around and he's not where he's supposed to be, and you see he's obviously having trouble, and then you see him come up out of the water a few hundred feet further down the stream, but he's on the opposite bank.
Right.
Sort of mission accomplished, but he's way further down than he'd wanted, and he looks like he kind of pulls himself up and just flops on his back, and he's breathing heavily.
A little worse for wear.
Yep.
Thumbs up, fly across the river.
Give him a hearty wave.
I'm gonna stop.
I'm gonna shoot off a flare.
In celebration.
Yeah.
You start a fire and dances, singing a song.
No.
And dancing.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
He's
Whilst
R&R.
resting, he
While
kind of
laying
just
down,
lays down. and-
R&R shoots the flare off.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have seen that he's okay
Yeah.
and seen that he made it, and so I kind of head back to Grug. Just to give him more advantage on
Koog.
You don't know
Koog,
anything about
sorry.
Grug.
Go back to Koog, even though Grug said his own name. Or Koog
Don't worry
said
about
Grug's
that.
name.
Don't worry about
the
that.
waterfall. You didn't hear it.
That's
It's
true.
loud.
Yeah, it was a ways away, but yes, it is.
All right, stealth it up, Nate. See
All
what you
right,
can see.
So
CC.
we are going 100% Nulk now. So Nulk, you're about, quarter of a mile away from the village.
Which is actually better because I kind of want to scout the perimeter.
Okay.
And make my way in.
So after a minute or two of rest, you let Akhtar know that you're fine, and now you get up and you're going to be... So you're going to try and stay super stealthy and track, correct?
Correct.
So go ahead and make a stealth roll at a 1 penalty.
10. And my stealth is 13 with -1, so 12, so I beat it by 2.
Okay, now make a tracking roll with a 1 penalty.
That is a 5. 1, 2, 2.
He is just rolling like a maniac.
Yeah.
Okay, Nulk.
Do you want to herbalize my wounds?
all the painted men just come out with their hands up.
Yeah.
Surrender now.
Good.
They give you money.
good.
Actually, they start bowing to you and worshiping you.
And I just start floating above, sunlight shining out of my beehole. I'm a god!
Is there any duty? Because Akhtar could sense it.
I could.
Oh, so much duty.
Sunlight duty.
Just blinding light duty.
All right, so you are stealthy, and you are looking for signs of, any guards or, a picket, any defense at all. And nothing. Moving up, back and forth in sort of a quarter circle from the river to the cliff wall as you're approaching, getting closer and closer. No signs of guards, no signs of, treehouse lookouts or anything.
Okay.
And now you're basically right up on the edge. If you go further, you kind of would be going out of the trees and into the clearing where the huts are. So
Is there any, bushes nearby?
yeah, tons.
Okay.
Not in the middle of the huts, but you're pretty confident that you could sneak up behind and be right up against one of the backs of these huts without being seen.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna get up next to one of the huts. I'm gonna kind of listen to see if I hear anyone in there, and then basically what they're what they're talking about, if they are.
Okay. You're right up at the hut. Make an IQ roll. That's a perception. That's you're listening.
God no.
Okay.
That's a 17.
You can stealth.
Like a madman,
But you
any mental stuff, and I'm like, oh,
Can't
I'm
listen.
a madman.
All right, so yeah, you actually don't hear anything from the hut. There's currently there are 3 of the painted men around the fire pit in the middle of the huts, and they're cooking up some sort of animal. It looks like some like probably pig or something.
So at this point, I'm thinking they're not talking because they're linked telepathically through whatever's controlling them. I'm thinking it's like the black mist.
You're going worst case scenario already.
Well, because
It is.
I rolled so horribly that I'm like, they have to be talking. I mean, they have to be doing something for
All right.
communication. So that's where my mind jumps to.
Okay. But
So-
yeah, it's the 3 men kind of squatting around the fire pit with a skewered pig or something, and they're kind of cooking it on. Actually, they have a large stick where they've apparently just skewered this thing, and they've got it stuck in the ground. The thing just basically looks like a lump of meat by this point, and it's just kind of over the fire pit.
Is it? What was one of the kids' names? What was the fattest one? No, but I want to. Can I look into? Because it's like thatch and straw and stuff for the housing, right?
Yeah, kind of stick your fingers in a small gap to make
Yeah,
the gap
just
a little
kinda-
bit bigger.
just
to
kinda
see
like-
it. Absolutely. So looking into the through the small hole or crack that you made, you see that it is got several like pads of hides and stuff on the ground, and they're all being occupied by sleeping painted men, probably about a dozen.
So then I'm gonna assume that many in each one.
It would be about 50.
Yeah. Plus the 3 that are out there.
Yep.
Okay. So that's about the size of the war party.
Pretty close.
Yeah, like from my estimate that I saw running away and tracking and all that. That's what I'm assuming. So I guess, is there one closer to the river?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to go sneak my way around over to that one.
That one is sort of at the base of the zigzag. It's the closest one also. Not only is it close to the river, but it's also the closest one to the cliff. So it's basically at the base of the big windy, steep path that climbs that 40-foot almost sheer cliff face with that path zigzagging up. It's really close to that. Like the back of the hut is probably 15 feet from the bottom where that path hits the ground.
Okay, and then, so as I'm going, I'm trying to get my exit route if things go bad. So I want to see if is there any, like, break of rocks blocking the path or anything? Like, if I need to, can I just, like, dive into the river?
There you go.
And then,
Because the hut itself is about maybe 20 feet from the river.
okay,
So it's closer to the cliff than it is to the river, but it's the closest hut that there is to the river. So, and it's about 20 feet.
okay. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna sneak up to that one, and I'm gonna sneak my way, like, open it up.
Like get behind it again.
Yeah.
Okay, make a stealth roll.
Ooh, that one is not as good. I failed it by 2.
Okay. So you sneak up behind it, and your intention is to kind of open it up, see what's in the hut again. Okay, so you kind of stick your fingers in there, and you pull it open, and you see that this hut is actually only got 4 painted men in it. But they are up, and it looks like they're skinning the hull of a boat.
Okay.
They're either painting it, treating it, skinning it, or something. But the boat itself it's not like a canoe. It looks like it's a frame with skin pulled tight over that whole frame of the boat.
Was it the fat kids?
It's a boat of kids.
It's a skin boat. That's what it's called.
Okay, so does anyone see me while I'm doing this?
Not apparently.
Yeah, that's never a good response.
Yeah, so at this point,
I'm still resting this whole time.
Okay.
I'm not worried about any of this at all.
Yeah, it's been a good probably hour.
I'm looking intently, but I obviously just see
you at least
Nope
got
running around.
1/24 of a hit point.
I'll take it. Where do I mark it? I'll write it down.
So at this point, I'm gonna basically pick a spot quarter mile down that I'm aiming to, and I'm just gonna get in the water very quietly, like
Okay.
just kind of walk in and sink down and kind of make my way across
All right.
back to the group.
So, right as you kind of come out from around being sneaky, you're keeping an eye on the guys that you know are around the fire with the lump of meat. You come around the tent or the hut, heading toward the water, looking that way. They're not there anymore. The big skewer stick with the blob of meat is still over the fire cooking, but the 3 guys aren't there anymore.
Telepathy. Okay, so
Just gonna yell telepathy.
someone in the hut saw me and they're like, nah, and everyone knows.
Lord.
That's exactly what exists in this.
It's
It's
a hive
happened.
mind. It's a hive mind.
Carry on. What are you gonna do?
Seeing that, the hairs on the back of my neck kind of prick up, and I'm just gonna start booking it towards the river.
As few steps as you can make, and then just in and swim.
Yep, I'm not even trying to be quiet at this point.
All right, so yeah, it's a bolt to the river, and you jump in. And now make your swimming check at whatever penalty it was before. I don't remember.
2.
Oh, yeah, 2.
And then,
So I need a 10 or lower,
okay,
and that's a 10.
okay. So you actually swim across, not any problems this time, having experienced how strong the current is. You're not underestimating it this time. You
Okay.
got it. So you swim across and get to the planned arrival point on the opposite side, and emerge out of the water.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna.
And quickly look back at the camp to see, and the fire pit and the lump of meat, way off. It's kind of far away now, but it's still there with nobody around. You don't see any movement or any sign of any of the painted men outside.
Okay, then I'm gonna stealth. Like, I'm gonna try and get as stealthy as I can and not go directly to where the party that I last saw them at. I'm gonna kind of make my way around just in case someone's following me. Want to kind of lead them around a little bit. So, stealth check.
Are you making a stealth check so they can't follow you, or are you?
I'm trying to lose them, but I'm still taking the extra
Okay,
precaution.
gotcha.
going
Go ahead and
around.
make a stealth roll then.
9.
Okay. So yeah, you take a roundabout way to get back to where you left Akhtar and Grug, Akhtar and Koog, and you get back there, and yeah,
Okay.
Akhtar's kind of sitting there, and right as you're coming up, he asks Koog a question, and Koog just goes, mm-mm.
I'm resting.
resting.
Puts his finger up and says, no, and goes with his eyes closed. Mm-hmm. I'm resting.
Painted men at camp. 50 count is what I got. They have flesh boat.
Jeez, there's a lot of
It's
information
a
in that.
skin boat, and it probably was some sort of
flesh
it was
boat.
probably some sort of animal skin.
Skin, flesh, same thing.
Tomato, potato.
Yeah.
Tomato at that point.
Is it? Is it though?
Flesh boat. No, just kidding.
I'm resting. I'm not talking. I'm resting.
We get boat.
They have boat.
Men guarding boat.
Yes. At least 57.
Standing at attention around the flesh boat.
Cross river.
If you dare.
Challenge accepted.
I made it. But I am best.
Coog rest.
You,
Coog rest.
you make anyone make.
Wow. Lead the way. I will follow.
Okay.
So we're going to have a swimming contest, apparently.
Yeah, Akhtar only needs to roll a 6 or less.
No. Said yeah, it is. Yeesh. Tie me to you. Oh, we don't have rope.
Yeah, I don't see any other way besides luring him over here with the boat.
All 50 something of them. How you only gonna get
7.
a couple of them?
Just from the other side of the shore.
Although I guess only a couple could fit.
right,
in the
could
boat.
fit in the boat. Yeah. Just go over there and shoot him with an arrow.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do
the
the
boat
original.
can hold probably about 10.
You're gonna have to do the original plan. Hopefully they're not good swimmers.
I don't know what else we're gonna do.
They're strong though.
He's not gonna
and
be able to
swimming's
swim.
strength based.
Right. Well, not if they're injured. Like me.
Yes, they're injured.
We injured a few of them.
Right.
Now, playing into showing our hand a little bit to Akhtar. Can we do any type of alteration to arrows? Like, can we do like a flaming arrow?
Not with the material you have. You'd have to have like some sort of pitch to put on the arrow to make it a flaming arrow, and that requires like making a pitch pit, which is like you boil the bark, and it's a long drawn out process that you
Don't
probably
have time for.
Right.
Okay. I was just thinking like animal fat and straw and doing a little something or other, and
That would also take quite a bit of time.
About 7 days.
Uh,
Because listen up, boys.
I'm for it.
I vote for it. Anyways,
I've literally racked my brain here. We've
Yeah.
gone through at least a couple good possibilities, but Brad, the big downer
Mm-hmm.
over there, just keeps shooting our ideas to all hell. We're gonna have to antagonize him somehow.
That you could fell a tree, but the current is super strong. So basically, what that would allow you to do is get the tree and go kind of down the river on the tree, and as it gets close to the other side, perhaps.
Is there a tree that's close enough to the river? If we fell it, it would bridge it.
No, but using that logic, which is sound, you could do that and then kind of hold on to the tree, because the tree is going to get you at least halfway across.
Yeah.
And then so you don't have to swim as hard or as long.
do any of the branches like cross? Like, are any of the trees big enough that
No.
the branches? Okay.
Nope. But there are branches that kind of stick out over the river, maybe 10 feet up and, 5 feet over the river. So once again, you could climb up that, go to the end of the branch, and just kind of dive into the river so that you're entering the river at least halfway, if not a little more
So
than
we're
halfway
pretty much going to have
across.
to swim.
Even jumping.
Yeah, there's going to have to be some
kind
kind
of swim.
getting across via...
Glad I already swim across twice
And made decent swim.
because I'm gonna fail this
Checks,
next one.
yeah.
Well,
you
my
bet-
other
you
thought was,
betcha.
do we want to go like upriver?
I was gonna say. I
Anywhere
was
it's
gonna ask.
skinnier or
Downriver.
Downriver.
downriver. Yeah, what? Because it comes from the waterfall and then goes away from us, right?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So
Do I know of a spot in the river?
No,
Of that
you don't know the
skinnier-
river where it's
Yeah.
fordable.
Right.
Probably
Before we-
close to the where
Lake.
it enters the lake,
Yeah, right.
or
which is pretty
ocean
far
or
from us.
water, or whatever it is. Yeah, several miles, like probably about as far away as your village is.
About a week's travel.
Day and a
Wait
half.
here.
Yeah, only about 3.5 days.
Oh, I mean, a day and a half
Three,
down.
3.5 days there, 3.5 days back.
I'll take it. Do we just want to just swim?
Swim it. Yeah. I see no other. We're gonna just do something that Brad sort of suggested.
Now, would like using a log, like a fallen log, would that help in just kind of like?
Yes, it would. The penalty of the strength penalty wouldn't be there. You'd still have to make a swim check or suffer penalty, or bad things could happen. But it would just be a standard swim check at that point.
Okay. Yeah.
We're gonna do that
'Cause
option.
I think chopping the tree down would be too much noise, anyways. Well, not noise,
No, it
but
wouldn't be.
visual wise, seeing a giant
Perhaps.
ass tree come down.
Well, you'd have to do it far away.
the
Right,
wind.
Wind,
Very
just
windy.
one tree fall. There's like no wind and just one
They're
tree just
Neanderthals.
falls.
They don't know any better.
Yeah.
Did you guys feel that breeze?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
it's a
you could have
gust.
Nate sneak across and go like wind noises and stuff.
So I think one of our only options will be to find the nearest tree to the riverbank, climb up, and try and jump off as far as we can across the river to
And then like
lessen our swim
And then
time.
swim.
yeah,
the
then
less.
swim the rest of the way.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't really see any other way. I see.
Yeah.
I say we just do that.
I
Yeah,
think we
I'm
should
fine
try
with
it.
that.
Yep.
Are we gonna have to climb up the tree? Is that a climb
Climb
check?
check.
Only if you're wounded.
You're dumb, and I hate everything about you. I made it on a 9.
There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I knew you would.
Yeah.
All right, so you all climb up. Who's going first?
I'm going to.
Yeah. Probably Nulk.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
I feel like we should get like a
I feel
plus
like
one
the-
for your current knowledge.
Current knowledge of
Current.
Of the current.
that I can. Current knowledge of
Current,
Yeah.
yes.
Current, not
current
Oh,
knowledge.
current, not current.
Yeah,
Yes.
current, not current. Yeah.
I was actually gonna attempt to go last because I'm the best swimmer. So if any of you,
You could
guys
help us.
mess
Help
up,
us.
rather than me being like, okay, I'm gonna swim across. Okay, you're getting
I'll go
swept
first.
down.
That's
You're
fine.
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm all
Well,
messed up.
You
so.
can help whether you're on this side or that side.
Yeah, that's true.
But
You
then I
can-
have
true.
to go back.
I'm sick of swimming
All
across
right,
this river.
I'll try the
third
the
time.
jump first.
So Akhtar's gonna go first. All right, Akhtar, roll. Actually, Akhtar, why don't you roll next week? We're gonna find out what happens
Ooh.
next week.
Oh yeah.
job.
Alrighty.
Just so you guys know, I'm a dope ass swimmer apparently.
And stealther. He just can't hear anything.
Hey, I found
so
57
quiet.
painted men.
I can't even
hidden
hear
around.
myself.
I counted them. There was 3 out there, and then 4 in there, and then there was another.
I did think about
there was
this,
another
though.
50 in the buildings.
Did they even have a number of 57 at that time?
Yeah, they could count. They just can't.
How
do,
high?
They just can't do math.
That's what I mean. Like when he said 57, wouldn't that kind of be a red flag for his time?
Yeah, probably.
You know? Nice job, Nate. Way to
Good job,
ruin it.
Nate. Yep.